Tonight on News 3, a new opportunity for kids in Madison to learn about the medical career field amid a doctor's shortage. And Madison neighborhoods are gathering to talk about the state of the city and what's next.
This is News 3 at 6.
Good evening and thanks so much for watching News 3 at 6. I'm Jamie Perez. Let's get an update on the Badger game right now. The Badgers made a big comeback against Purdue earlier in the game to tie it up 27-27. But in overtime, Purdue just got a touchdown to make it 34-27. We'll get an update later from Kevin Lewis during sports. And new tonight at 6, students from around Madison are getting a special look into the world of medicine and an opportunity to learn from real doctors. News 3's Adam Duxer spent the time at the Ladder program today at UW and joins us now with why this is not the typical group of college students walking the halls of the medical school. Adam?
Well, Jamie, the Ladder program is designed to give kids from the Boys and Girls Club a chance to obtain real-world career experience through exploration. Today, I sat in on the first day of class.
I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm so excited that every single one of you is here today.
It might be a Saturday, but class is still in session at the UW Medical School. Students from across Dane County getting a lesson in medicine from those who do it for a living. The doctors involved say they know just how important these lessons are.
When you talk about children who are underrepresented, it's not just the academic part of it. It is the how can I be cool and still be smart.
Because years ago, they were in the same position.
When I was growing up, I said I wanted to be a doctor ever since I was 5 years old, but I had a lot of people tell me, you can't do it, it's too hard, or try to distract me.
It's called the Ladder program, and over the course of the next several months, these students will cover just about everything in the medical field, doing it all hands-on.
It's much deeper than a one-off workshop or a job shadow opportunity. It's really going much more deeply, and it's getting them the skill sets to be future leaders as well. So it's really a long-term investment.
Which is just as rewarding for the doctors as it is to the students.
I was so passionate about doing this program because I want to speak life into these young people, expose them to science, and then just be a mentor. So it means so much for me now that I have reached my goals to be able to pour back into the young people that are in this community.
Now, today's class was all about the brain. Students got the opportunity to learn about traumatic brain injuries, and as you most likely just saw, hold a real live brain. Dr. Zapata says one of the other creators of the program was her mentor when she was in high school.
I don't know that I'd be able to hold a live brain. Thanks so much, Adam. Well, join us now with Dave with the first forecast. Dave?
Yeah, I think I'm in your camp, Jamie. I don't know about holding a live brain, but maybe I can hold a snowball outside because we still have that snow left over from the morning. And Doppler track, you can see that snow wrapping up right around 7 or 8 this morning. Other than that, not too much going on right now on Doppler track. Madison picking up about an inch of snow over the past 24 hours. Downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam, still seeing some clouds, but we'll notice that very slow clearing, I should say. Temperatures in the 20s right now. We are in the 20s in Lone Rock and Mineral Point, 30 in Janesville, and 26 in Juneau. Wind speeds are out of the north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, so it does feel a little bit closer to 20 degrees. We will dip into the teens later on. That wind stays relatively light, but with the clearing skies and the snow on the ground, those temperatures are pretty chilly to start Sunday. We'll talk about the sunshine returning on Sunday and what to expect as we head into the holiday week in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you so much, Dave. And as always, if your plans depend on the weather, make sure to get our Channel 3000 First Alert Weather and Traffic app. You can find updated and accurate information all weekend long. A 20-year-old Evansville man is dead after an apparent hit and run this morning. Authorities say it happened shortly after midnight on County Highway M between Elaine Drive and Hill Drive. That's just outside of Evansville. Responders found the man in the middle of the highway and he was pronounced dead at the scene. The responsible driver has not come forward. Anyone with any information is asked to call the Rock County Sheriff's Office at 608-757-2244. Madison police are looking for a man who robbed a BP gas station near La Follette High School. It happened just after 7 last night on the 4600 block of Monona Drive. Police say a man dressed in all black walked into the gas station and threatened to shoot an employee before grabbing the entire cash drawer and getting away. Anyone with any information asked to call Madison police or the Madison Area Crime Stoppers. Madison leaders and community members met today for the Mayor's Neighborhood Conference. That meeting was an opportunity for Madisonians to interact with business owners and policymakers to have their voices heard. Workshops covered subjects ranging from flooding response to transportation. Madison Mayor Paul Soglin said that one of the keys to making informed policy will be encouraging high turnout on the 2020 census.
Census is our only real reliable measure as to how we are doing. We have to have people from our communities going out there and establishing trust so that everyone will fill out their census form.
Soglin says he hopes that the momentum from record voter turnout this year will remain into the 2020 census. Wisconsin athletes dreaming of a soccer career had their chance today at Madison's Pro Soccer Open tryouts. 150 aspiring soccer players took to the field to show the coaches what they've got. Team management says they're looking for players who are ready for a professional play. They say that if any make the cut, they'll be heading to tomorrow's invitational tryouts.
Maybe they've played it at a high level in high school, in college. Maybe it's something that they just have it inside them, that they feel they can do this. So we have all levels of trialists here today, and they're giving it their best shot. And it's kind of living the dream.
The Madison Pro Soccer team's name and logo will be revealed tomorrow afternoon. Black Friday is on the horizon, and everyone wants the best deals. Tips on how to get some of the best prices coming up after the break. Welcome back. Interest in the production of hemp, a non-psychoactive cousin of marijuana, is growing in Wisconsin. While this year's harvest hasn't been the greatest because of the wet weather, interest is strong after legislative action this year lifted the state's decades-old ban on industrial hemp. Nearly 140 Wisconsin farmers planted the crop this year, and many say they'll do the same next year. Experts say an acre of hemp could bring in $40,000 to $70,000. Hemp is typically used for food, fibers, and construction materials. Well, who doesn't love getting a good deal? And there are plenty of good deals during Black Friday, especially on TVs. Consumer Reports offers tips to get the best TV for your family at the best price.
Getting ready to look for a great Black Friday deal on a TV? Consumer Reports says to start early by looking at both store circulars and online prices.
It used to be limited to whatever stores were in your area and the inventory that they carried. When you have an online retailer, sometimes the inventory is almost unlimited.
When it comes to televisions, you may come across some derivative or look-alike models for sale. The TVs and their model numbers are almost identical to the more expensive models. Derivatives may just offer fewer features.
A lot of times we test these TVs and they test very similarly to the regular model that we've tested during the year. So these can be great deals.
You may also come across some fantastic-looking doorbuster specials, available only in limited quantities. But CR says
they may not necessarily be TVs that you want to really own. They're TVs that are secondary or tertiary brands, TVs that probably didn't perform all that well in our ratings.
Don't worry if you don't snag that Black Friday deal of your dreams. TVs go on sale again just before the Super Bowl.
That's when a lot of bigger TVs, fully featured TVs, go on sale.
And if you wait even longer,
manufacturers and retailers really start to clear out inventory from last year's sets around the February-March timeframe, and typically that's when you're going to see the absolute lowest prices of the year.
No matter when you buy a TV, Consumer Reports says it pays to haggle and to ask retailers for a price match guarantee. That way, if you see the same TV cheaper at another store, you pay the lower price. Keely Arthur, WISC News 3.
This Black Friday, Consumer Report says you can expect to see prices drop on 4K TVs, including premium brand 50-inch TVs for less than $200 and premium brand 55-inch 4K TVs right around $300. President Trump is in California today, visiting and surveying the areas affected by the California wildfires. A look into his visit is next.
After the snow this morning, it will be a chilly start to the holiday week. We'll talk about Black Friday weather in your First Alert forecast in just a few minutes.
Hundreds of firefighters remain on the front line battling the Camp Fire in California. Officials say it's about 50% contained. President Trump traveled to the area today to assess some of that damage. Meg Oliver reports from Paradise, California.
President Trump surveyed the destruction caused by the Camp Fire and pledged to help rebuild communities left in ruins in Northern California.
To see what's happened here, Nobody would have ever thought this could have happened. So the federal government is behind you.
Emotions ran high as hundreds of displaced residents waited in long lines to meet with FEMA officials Saturday. The president's visit received mixed reviews.
He'll come in and try to take credit after he's insulted the firefighters, the police, the military, handicapped, women.
I'm happy he's coming, and I think it'll add some brightness to a lot of people.
The Butte County Sheriff estimates that the fire destroyed 9,000 homes.
I see devastation. It's gone. Oh, my God. It's my childhood right here. I mean,
We were with Eric Smith when he went to check and see if the deadly fire spared his mother's house. Some of his relatives are among the more than 1,000 still missing.
you see the numbers of missing, and that's a lot of elderly people here.
Hundreds of people left homeless and living in tents in a Walmart parking lot are facing more misery. Heavy rains are expected next week, which could trigger flash floods and mudslides in areas scorched by the wildfires. Meg Oliver, CBS News, Paradise, California.